Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Cerritos Property Preservation Commission's meeting for July. I'll call the meeting to order. Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Girl Scout Troop 394 this evening.
Will the troop and audience please rise? Thank you. Color Guard advance. Prepare to post colors. Post colors. Will the audience please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Scout salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Color Guard return to ranks. Color Guard dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll have a roll call.
Commissioner Vasan,
Aye.
Commissioner Gentiluma, Commissioner Spitzer, Vice Chair Chokshi,
Here.
Chairperson Young.
Here. I understand that Commissioner Gentiloma will not be able to join us tonight. So is there a motion to excuse him? So moved. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Take a vote.
Four zero, the motion passes.
Thank you. At this time, I'll open the floor for open public comments. If anyone is here to speak on anything that is not on the agenda, please come up to the podium.
David Peilman, according to the governor's office, I can no longer state my address as it would use a racist term. My street name was changed by the council last Thursday. Last month when I was speaking, it is possible your attention was distracted by Lou's entry, so I will repeat a few items I mentioned at that time. In addition, I'm glad that Ms. Spitzer will hear the elements of my presentation. So I spoke about your term of office being extended as the council is working on an update to the protocol manual for the city, which appears to entail some changes to the commissions and committees. It would be assumed that in some cases the duties of some of these bodies will be changed. It has been proposed that at least one new commission will be added. It is possible that one or more commissions or committees will be eliminated, and the meeting frequency of these groups may be modified. So, whereas your official term of office concluded yesterday, by council action, your service is requested through October 27th. At the June 13th council meeting, there was a proposal from the Fine Arts Commission to have created an art piece for the sculpture garden reflecting on the Dairy Valley milking industry. But the council made significant suggestions about the design of this piece, and then the discussion moved to whether the commission would have the final say at the location of this piece or whether the location would be reserved to the council. When the Fine Arts Commission met on July 18th, the commission was not given an opportunity to review or comment on the change in the design, which was significant, but were informed during the city staff report that the council would approve the modified design on July 25th. Likewise, there is a project which has been approved by the council to renovate the island at Heritage Park. When the staff report was presented to the council, lacking was any review by the Recreation Commission. So these two actions by the council tend to make the authority or the recommendation of the council null and void. You may recall my mention of the council reversing the recommendation of the Planning Commission relating to the Starbucks construction at Del Amo and Bloomfield. I would hope that during this review of the protocol manual, the role of this commission is not watered down and the monthly meeting schedule retained. It would still be my hope that the scope of this group be expanded to include other sites in the city where property preservation would be enforced. I gave 2 examples last month, but in addition, I find it confounding that when Valley Christian High School wanted to make modifications entirely on their campus, which would not have any effect on the curbs or streets, they were required to have their project reviewed by community development, while the ABC School District seemingly is not bound to follow any property preservation standards which you essentially enforce. I am hopeful that you will follow the action relating to the work of this ad hoc committee of the council. For those of you who did not see or hear last Thursday's council meeting, you might be surprised in the accusations of a lack of transparency related to the possible election of a city-wide mayor. This recommendation was made by the same group working on the protocol manual. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Duly noted. However, I'm not sure if this commission has the ability to expand our roles to other arenas or areas of what you had just recommended. I am just not sure. I believe that that should come from the council members as to what roles we have or what we can and cannot do. So I appreciate you apprising us of all this, but I'm not sure if we're the right.
During the Fine Arts during the Fine Arts Commission meeting 2 weeks ago, there was discussion among them about one of the members wished to have some more something brought to their attention, whether they would have the permission to review that. So they are making a request of the council to review their authority. And so during this period of review by the council, by this ad hoc committee, I'm sure that they would be receptive to you having input if a consensus of you believe that there should be a reassessment of your duties. Thank you.
I understand. All right. So we will talk to our council members if we so wish. Thank you so much. All right, moving on. Next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes for last month. Is there a motion to approve?
Yes.
I'll
Is there a
second.
second?
I'll second it.
All right, roll call vote or vote, electronic vote.
3-1, the motion passes.
Thank you. At this time, we're going to have a short presentation by our public safety manager.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good evening, Commissioners. Before you is just a very short presentation. If you look at the screen here, what we'd like to start off with is showing homes that are in compliance with the city's municipal code and shows pride of ownership. You can see the home here. That's a lovely home, well maintained. These are the type of homes that we strive for here in the city of Cerritos, and what code enforcement officers look for and help residents if they need any assistance in maintaining their home. But ultimately, this is what the end product would look like. This is the purpose of the Property Preservation Commission, to provide guidance to homeowners and help them keep their home looking beautiful and well maintained. And that's an example of that. This is another example of a well-maintained home here in the city of Cerritos. This evening, we'll be talking about cases that involved inoperable vehicles on the driveway. You can park a vehicle on the driveway, but it must be operable. There's no storing of cars, if you would. Typically, you see damaged cars or inoperable cars. Here's a perfect example of that, where you have cars on the driveway with flat tires, and obviously the other car hasn't been used in a long time. And this is when you'll be getting contacted by code enforcement officers to have you either maintain the car, remove the car, or at least change the condition where it looks like it's operable. There is some value to having a vehicle parked in your driveway, it makes your house look occupied, but there's no value if the house or if the car looks abandoned or inoperable, then it just looks like it's being stored there, and that will not be a deterrent. The next one is a case of keeping debris and trash in the front yard. This is typical of what would cause code enforcement to leave a courtesy door tag where you have property and debris and other items out in your front yard visible. And those are the type of things we'll be speaking about this evening. This is a visual representation of the cases that we'll be following. This is also a photograph of a home that shows lack of routine maintenance. This home needs mowing, weeding, watering, etc. And so this is the type of example you have here. And it's also a reminder that everyone has to maintain the parkway as well, because those are city trees that are in the parkway. And that's why we're not allowed, you're allowed to have only live organic material in the parkway. That way you can water it and keep the tree healthy as well. And so this is an example of someone who has not been maintaining their front lawn. Finally here, we have the flow chart, if you would, for the Cerritos code enforcement process. You can see this is also posted on the city's webpage, but you can see here where the red arrow is, it shows the presence of the Property Preservation Commission. And above that, we have 8 different steps in which we contact and try to work with the residents. Starts off with a door tag, maybe a personal contact without a door tag. You just meet people and as you're out and about. And if they're not available or they're not receptive to verbal encouragement, we'll leave them a door tag as an official reminder. If that doesn't work, then we'll send them a letter. And if there's no response there, we don't hear from them, we'll send them a second letter. And if there's no response there, and that's when we would post in the front yard with a notice or perhaps even a third letter, depending on who owns the property. Sometimes it's a little more complex. It's not always owner occupied. Sometimes they're management companies, sometimes LLCs, sometimes they're in probate. There's some various other things we got to deal with. But ultimately, it just shows all the effort that we put forth before these cases ultimately end here before you. And of course, after this is not the last step either. If you choose to adopt a resolution, then that's when the fines will be imposed after an office conference. And of course, the homeowner or property owner always has the option to appeal this to the city council if they so choose. And I just want to show you that process and the efforts that the code enforcement officers go through to work with the community. With that ends the presentation. And when you are ready, we are prepared to present this evening's case to you.
Thank you. Right, moving right along, we just have one item on the agenda tonight. And review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission. Conditions constituting property nuisance, including debris stored in public view and an inoperable vehicle stored on the driveway as defined in Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20 exist at the property located at 12000 block, 12,000 block of Carnaby Street. Staff report, please.
Yes, Madam Chair and Commissioners, that case will be presented to you by Code Enforcement Officer Jerry Darnell.
Commission members and chairs, on May 9th, 2024, staff inspected a property at the 12,300 block of Carnaby Street, observing an inoperable vehicle with a tattered car cover and wheel stops behind the wheels of the vehicle. Along with the vehicle was debris consisting of plastic storage bins, animal cages, pet food, and several other personal items visible in the front of the garage and the side of the property. A door tag was left at the property, providing 14 days to remedy the violation or contact code enforcement to discuss remedying those violations. May 20th, 2024, staff observed the inoperable vehicle did have a new car cover on it, but the vehicle was still visibly inoperable. The debris and personal items also still remained. May 23rd, 2024, a second notification was mailed. June 4th, 2024, an inspection revealed no compliance. June 6th, 2024, a third notification was mailed. June 20th, an inspection revealed again no compliance. And then a fourth and final notification was mailed June 24th, 2024. July 3rd, a final inspection revealed some debris had been removed, but a lot of the debris remained on the west side of the property and the inoperable vehicle was still present. July 27th, the property was posted for PPC. An inspection yesterday afternoon again revealed no compliance. This completes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any comments?
Yes, Madam Chair and Commissioners, before you is resolution number PPC 2024-19, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located in the 12,300 block of Carnaby Street, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 14-day abatement period therein. It would be in order to waive further reading and adopt.
Is there a motion to adopt? Is there a second?
Yes.
All right.
4-0, the motion passes.
Thank you. And that concludes all the items on the agenda. Any reports from? Okay, well, public hearing items. Any reports from staff?
Yes, Madam Chairman, just one comment, and I'd like to invite all the residents and those who might be watching to the National Night Out celebration here in the city of Cerritos. That's going to occur on Thursday, August 5th, and that will be at the concert in the park.
August 5th is Thursday?
You know what?
No.
My mistake.
Sunday is August 5th.
Yes. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong flyer here on my
August 8th or 9th. Is it next week? 9th.
It's the 9th.
9th.
There we go. August 9th.
Thank you. All right. Any reports from commissioners?
No.
Anything else? Okay, we're done. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.